Lord Krishna and Rukmini Devi had begotten a son named Pradyumna. Baby Pradyumna, in his previous life, was Cupid named Kama, demigod that can cause someone to fall in love. Pradyumna was formerly burned to ashes by the anger of Lord Shiva. There was a demon of the name Sambara who was destined to be killed by this Pradyumna. The Sambara demon knew of his destiny, and as soon as he learned that Pradyumna was born, he took the shape of a woman and kidnapped the baby from the maternity home less than 10 days after his birth. The demon took him and threw him directly into the sea. But, as it is said, whoever is protected by Krishna, no one can kill, and whoever is destined to be killed by Krishna, no one can protect. When Pradyumna was thrown into the sea, a big fish immediately swallowed him. Later on, this fish was caught by the net of a fisherman, and the fish was later on sold to the Sambara demon. In the kitchen of the demon, there was a maidservant whose name was Mayavati. This woman had formerly been the wife of Cupid and had been called Rati. Sambara was a demon. Demons and the Rakshasas are accustomed to eating meat, fish, and similar non-vegetarian foods. When the cook was cutting the fish, he found a nice baby within the belly of the fish, and he immediately presented Pradyumna to the charge of Mayavati, who was an assistant in the vegetarian part of the kitchen. This lady was surprised to see how such a nice baby could remain within the belly of a fish, and the situation perplexed her. The great sage Narada then appeared and explained to her about the birth of Pradyumna, how the baby had been taken away by Sambara and later on thrown into the sea, and so on. Mayavati knew that she had previously been the wife of Cupid. After her husband was burned into ashes by the wrath of Lord Shiva, she was always expecting him to come back again in the material form. Rati was engaged for cooking rice and dal in the kitchen, but when she got this nice baby and understood that he was Cupid, her own husband, she naturally took charge of him and with great affection began to bathe him. Miraculously, the baby very swiftly grew up, and within a very short period, he became a very beautiful young man. Any woman who happened to see him became captivated by his bodily beauty. Mayavati could understand that her former husband, Cupid, born as Pradyumna, had quickly grown into such a nice young man, and she also gradually became attracted to him. She was smiling before him with a feminine attractiveness, expressing her love. He therefore inquired from her,
"How is it possible that first of all you were affectionate like a mother, and now you are expressing the symptoms of attraction? What is the reason for such a change?"
Rati replied,
"My dear sir, you are the son of Lord Krishna. Before you were 10 days old, you were stolen by the Sambara demon and later on thrown into the water and swallowed up by a fish. In this way you have come under my care, but actually, in your former life as Cupid, I was your wife. Therefore, my manifestation of attraction is not at all incompatible. Sambara wanted to kill you, and he is endowed with various kinds of mystic powers. Therefore, before he again attempts to kill you, please kill him as soon as possible with your divine power. Since you were stolen by Sambara, your mother, Rukmini Devi, has been in a very grievous condition, like a cuckoo bird who has lost her babies. She is very affectionate towards you, and since you have been taken away from her, she has been living like a cow aggrieved over the loss of its calf."
Mayavati had the knowledge of the mystic power of Mahamaya, and she delivered to Pradyumna this specific energetic power in order to defeat the mystic powers of the Sambara demon. Empowered by his wife, Pradyumna immediately went before Sambara and challenged him to fight. Sambara and Pradyumna began to fight very seriously. Pradyumna defeated Sambara demon. Pradyumna's wife, Mayavati, could travel in outer space, and therefore they directly reached his father's capital, Dvaraka, by the airways. Rukmini Devi, Pradyumna's mother, simply by intuition, could understand that Pradyumna was her own lost son. At that very moment, Lord Krishna, along with his father and mother, Devaki and Vasudeva, appeared on the scene. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, could understand everything. One after another, all of the members of the family Devaki, Vasudeva, Lord Sri Krishna, Lord Balrama, and Rukmini and all the women of the family began to embrace both Pradyumna and his wife Mayavati. For more information about all these wonderful stories about Lord Krishna, please read the Krishna book translated by Srila Prabhupada from Sanskrit to English. As always, you become very lucky when hearing these great stories. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Hare Krishna.